They always said it was just a discipline problem, that I just needed to be more consistent. And I was persuaded that that was the case also. I was like, yeah, shit, it's a consistency thing. I just need to really get my shit together. And I'm able to get a good streak going on of habits till my cycle kicks in or until I burn out. And I'm like, I'm doing this every single month where it's like I'm on a streak and then it just comes crashing down. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so inconsistent? Why can't I just function? Just implement a strategy and just stick to it. And multiple reasons for that, aside from being a woman and things being cyclical and not being able to maintain the same energy levels throughout the month, that I've understood finally. But also ADHD. I'm neurodivergent. I've kind of always known this, but getting the official diagnosis 4 days after my 31st birthday of being ADHD has just been a game changer. And I know I'm neurodivergent or neurospicy, or I don't know what terms people use nowadays because I'm just like so new to this. But I'm starting to understand, and obviously if you're somewhat ADHD, you also go down the rabbit hole like very fast. I've been researching this obsessively, and there's so many spiritual components also to ADHD people, which is actually really fun because it like really ties in with my purpose and my mission and everything. But anyways, totally lost my train of thought. I have no idea what I was talking about, but I'm just going to resume somewhere. Just understanding that my brain just is wired differently. And I always knew that as an addict, as an ex-addict, I always knew that my brain just worked a little differently. But now understanding also the root cause of my addictions, this is something that my mom always wanted to know. And I always just, through years and years of research and everything, I finally came to the conclusion that it was environment, it was trauma, it was like a multitude of factors. But actually it was just the fact that I was pretty much born with ADHD, or that it got activated and triggered and heightened by all the trauma that I went through early on in life. All that to say that I'm 31 now. I'm diagnosed severe ADHD. I keep pivoting in business, and now I'm going to pivot again in my business, which is okay because I know that once I get what I'm supposed to do, it will be fine, but I'm not there yet. And I was never one to pretend that I was making millions of dollars or thousands of dollars or whatever when it wasn't the case. I would never pretend that I'm okay when I'm not okay. People have always applauded me for my authenticity and my realness and my rawness, and this is also, well, just another facet, however the fuck you pronounce that, of me, where I'm going to be taking you on my journey with ADHD and PMDD, oh, that rhymes, to honestly healing this and also helping people with this. Because what's the point of having something if it's not to help someone else for? I'm still persuaded that surviving the 2004 tsunami was for a bigger purpose. Now, I don't know it yet. I thought I knew it, but maybe it's linked to the ADHD and maybe it's linked to what I'm supposed to be doing now. But I'm persuaded that everything I've been through, the addictions, losing my dad early, the narcissistic relationship, like all of that shit, which is only like the tip of the iceberg, I'm persuaded it's for a reason. And I know that I've helped so many people already just by my presence and energy and holding space. And the wellness in Colombia, if you were aware of that, was just a beautiful chapter. And I know that it's all on the horizon. I just don't know how to get there. But I definitely know that this new severe ADHD diagnosis, being in Cyprus also very randomly, being under the stairs right now, I have created like a mini just setup. I'm literally on the floor under the staircase in our new apartment. I'm persuaded that all of this is for a reason, and it's definitely to help people. And you know, I've gone through so many strategies online, business-wise, how to make money, selling courses, all of this stuff. Honestly, it's never thrived. Why? Because I'm fucking neurodivergent, and I was trying to apply strategies for neurotypical people. Now, is that an excuse? Maybe some people would say it's an excuse, but it's also made sense to why I haven't excelled or succeeded like how all these people do, because I haven't been able to be consistent, because it just hasn't been something that's stuck, because my brain just kind of works differently. It's like trying to fit a square into a circle, or whatever the expression is. And now it's like, all right, I'm just going to have to figure out a strategy that works for me, not just based on human design and astrology and all of the stuff that I use on a daily basis, which I love. But now it's like actually based on psychology and how my brain works, which is a little differently than most people. Follow along for the journey. And if you're a neurodivergent as well, and you've made it big, and you have some tips, reach out. Let's do a podcast together. I have a podcast. Let's just let's just share all this shit. Because of course you have to value your time and make money and stuff like that, but there's so many people that could just use a couple of tips, and I'm sure that you can spare one of two tips for free. Kindness lacks in our society, especially in this digital world. But anyways, as you can tell, I've gone all over the place with the with this video again. I don't want to edit out all the bloopers because that's also what makes me. And I just got back from the gym, not wearing any makeup, just don't give a fuck right now. Just figured that I had to start this because you got to start somewhere. And the funny thing is that I used to have a YouTube channel before, years ago when I was sober the first time. Then I gave that up because I just couldn't fucking stay consistent. But this time is going to be different because I'm going to really figure out how to make it work for me. Follow, like, subscribe, whatever the YouTubers say, and see you around in Unmasked by Amber, if this is the channel name that I chose and will continue choosing. Bye.